Today we have a couple more interior trim pieces to install on the 340 courtesy of keysmotorsports.com. We have the Genuine BMW M Performance carbon fiber automatic gear selector cover. Ask me how many times it's taken for me to say that, as well as the little base plate that goes on the bottom. Now, being genuine BMW parts, they are a little bit pricey, but you're getting something where you know that the quality and fitment are going to be perfect. Someone commented on my carbon fiber interior trim video that it wasn't real carbon fiber. Now, I don't know how to prove this to you or if I even really need to, but here are some macro shots of the carbon weave, and you can even see the resin on the backside where it adheres to the shifter. So the shifter comes with this window that's got some M branding on it, if that's your thing, and then it also includes a new park button. So if yours is all chewed up and you've been looking for an excuse to splurge on this, well, there you go. As far as tools, you just need an interior pry tool, a pick tool, and a T8 torx. The reason that I bring that up is a lot of torx bit sets are going to be T10 and larger. I just made a trip to the local auto parts store to get that T8, but that's all you need to do this job. We'll start with this base plate. Insert the tip of your tool into the bottom and gently push in. The new one just snaps in place. The window piece is held on with adhesive. I used my pick tool to lift up the edge just enough to put my pry tool in and pry it up the rest of the way. You might dent your old one in the process, but as long as you don't intend to sell it, it's not a big deal. Now you can take your trusty T8 that you overpaid for because you had to buy a whole new set of bits just to get the one and remove this screw. Next, we just need to transfer over this little white piece in here. This is just like a little diffuser for the LED bulbs inside the shifter. We're going to move that onto the new part. I set the park button in position and then set the cover on top of that. With everything lined up, you can install the T8 screw provided with the kit. Just double check the fitment all the way around before installing the new cover. If you're feeling adventurous, you can set it to W for wumbo. Peel off the adhesive backing and try to center it as best as you can. Just like the stock one, there should be a gap the thickness of your fingernail all the way around. Once you've got it where you want it, just smash it in. So what do you think of that cockpit view? I know I made this analogy before, but I want this thing to feel like Darth Vader's TIE fighter when you get in here, and I think we're starting to get there with all the carbon fiber. Just looks so sick in my opinion. So one cool thing about all this genuine BMW carbon fiber is all the weave goes in the same direction, which is a nice attention to detail, and it would be hard to pull that off with a vinyl wrap unless you're like a professional vinyl installer, but I just think that's a nice touch that it all kind of matches perfectly. It's honestly really cool that BMW even makes all this different carbon fiber stuff, so whether you're a purist and you only want to use genuine BMW parts in your car, or if you just want the stuff to fit perfect and flawlessly, especially in your car interior, you don't want to be looking at big gaps and like stuff rattling and stuff like that. You want the stuff to fit just like it would from the factory, and that's what you're getting with the more expensive genuine BMW trim. Now I've got the main trim package that has the dash trim, it's got the center console and the door handles, and then of course today we did the shifter and the shifter surround. Now they also make like an Alcantara and carbon fiber armrest. I'll probably keep mine red just to keep with the red interior. And then also if you really want to complete everything, they do have the handbrake cover as well. I'll probably do that at some point in the future, but that's it for today. Now, since we're on the topic of automatic shift knobs, I want to answer something that a lot of people have been asking since I got this car, which is why would I choose an automatic when I've been an advocate of manual cars on my channel for so long? And I could do a whole video on this topic, but I'll just give you the short version for right now. And that is that I drove an automatic car and I loved it. I think at this point, I would honestly say that I prefer the 8-speed automatic in this over any other manual car that I've driven, and I know it's a totally different experience and there's different reasons to love each, manual or automatic. And I'm not trying to convince anyone with this video that one is better than another. They both have their strengths, but that's just how I'm feeling right now. Now, don't get me wrong, I still really love driving manual, and I don't know if I would have fully committed to an automatic car if I didn't have the FRS, when I get the itch to drive stick. But honestly, I really don't miss it as much as I thought I would, and even when I want to drive the FRS, it's more because I want the driving experience of that car as a whole, more so than feeling like I need to drive stick. But that's just me. If you're someone out there like me who went from being a diehard manual fanboy to buying an automatic, let me know in the comments what your thought process was and what you think of driving an automatic car now. Also, if you're someone that watches my channel because you're in the market for one of these cars, I would say even if you're a manual fanboy or fangirl, just try it, you might be surprised. I don't know how well the mic is going to pick up that intake noise, but in here it just sounds insane. Every time it gets me. Quality and the fit and finish are going to be perfect. So there you go, super simple to install, and obviously being